So Resident Evil 4's remake turned out to be pretty freaking fantastic, and one of the best things about the entire game is the recharacterization of Ashley. She quickly became one of my favorite companion characters in gaming, and I just needed to have a figure of her. So for me, Hottest Fuss Customs on Instagram happened to digitally sculpt a couple of those heads, so I picked them up, and this Gwen Stacy / Moira McTaggart's body is just perfect. I think I might go for a different skirt. I might go for the Emma Frost clones, the triplet skirts. And then I need some bare arms, and I need to paint this orange. And for the legs, I might go with, I don't know, maybe Bastila? I just need some type of country type boots. But first and foremost, we need to paint these heads up. So I'm going to go and prime them with white. So yeah, and then we'll do a painting live video. So here I have her primed with a thin layer of, what's it called? The Games Workshop white one. And now I have some watered down Acadian flesh tone mixed with just some Games Workshop white. The paint seems to go on really nicely here because of the primer. I want her to be quite pale because in the game she's actually really pale. I think one more layer after this one ought to do it. But yeah, I really like the skin tone so far. So now we're gonna paint in the eyelashes, and I hate this step. It's really finicky and annoying, and it's so easy to mess everything up. It doesn't really matter if we spill over too much into where the actual eye is, because we're gonna paint that white anyway. But just making this line here by the eye is so annoyingly difficult. Okay, so now we do the eye whites. So her makeup is kind of around her eyes, it's just kind of darkish, a little bit red almost. So I'm gonna use some of this Acadian flesh tone and just kind of darken up the outside. I might just go in with Reichland Flesh Shade and shade. So it wasn't really red enough, so we're gonna use some of this Reichland Flesh Shade. And this is gonna quite drastically redden up the area around the eyes. So have to be really careful here. Just get a little bit on the brush, and then carefully, just kind of ever so gently shade this area. So as per usual, the hardest part is getting the eyes just right, and hopefully we can nail it first try, because otherwise we have to do a whole bunch of extra work, which I don't want to do. I despise doing eyes more than anything. I'm literally holding my breath as I'm trying to place these eyes, and I think I already messed up, but hang on. Maybe we can save it. Does this look kind of straight up? Yeah, let's see. Okay, hopefully we don't mess up the second one. And now she's looking off to the side, which is just great. Oh no. You see how the entire eye is just down there. Oh. I need to wait for this to dry and then retry. So I'm not completely happy with the lips quite yet, but we're gonna do some other things first. We're gonna put some Reichland Flesh Shade on the lips. just tint them a little bit and let the paint run into the crevice. And then after that, we're going to brighten up the lips with some kind of like flesh mixed with some red and pink to give the lips some actual color. And we're also going to use some of this Zandri dust to paint in some eyebrows. And I think that's going to help quite a bit. Unfortunately, this sculpt doesn't seem to have like eyebrows sculpted in, so I kind of have to wing it, I think. So yeah, we'll just see how that works. I know this looks kind of bad for now, but I'm gonna layer it up with more colors. Okay, so bluish green eyes. I hate this part. So I'm gonna give the eyebrows a bit more detail, so I'm just adding some streaks of this bone white. So we're gonna add some more life to these lips, and for that we've mixed Cadian flesh tone with some red and some white. I think we can go even brighter. So we'll just add more white, a little bit more red, like so. That's more like it. Still not 100% satisfied. Like, I think it's like the eyes or the eyebrows. Need to do some more shading with the hair too. So I'm gonna try to add some layers with the flayed one flesh. It's just a kind of lightish beige kind of color, and we're gonna make it quite streaky. We just kind of pick out highlights here. Maybe I should have just gone with a dry brush. I think we'll just kind of dust the paint on like this. So in the spirit of bad financial decisions, I usually buy 2 of every head sculpt I ever buy, just because I like to paint one up on cam. And usually, you know, it's a little bit hard to paint behind the camera, you can't really see all the details all that well, etc. So I keep a spare head sculpt which I can paint up in piece, and usually that one turns out better. Sometimes not, but usually it does. And unfortunately, that was the case in Ashley's case here. So this is the original head I made. She looks like alright, but I'm not really happy with the eyes here. This is the second one I painted up. I think she looks a lot better, just like more bright-eyed, and I don't know, I just think she looks a lot better. So for now, we're just gonna do the last finalizing step, and that is to use some of this gloss varnish and give it a little shake. And now we're gonna put it over her lips, like so. Give them some gloss. It also makes the color a little bit more intense. And then we put some over the eyes. Give it a nice little sheen. Don't even know if it shines in the camera here, but it's got like a nice little sheen now, and it just looks a lot more lifelike. Oh, you can see it like here. So yeah, Ashley. So I have plans for a body as well. I kind of want to make a custom skirt. I just need to find like fabric, or I can use the triplet skirts, which is kind of green, and I can just repaint it slightly. I definitely want to keep using this like turtleneck top because it's pretty much perfect. I just need to paint it orange, and then I need some bare arms. I'm thinking maybe Callisto, and I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do for like the stocking legs. I might just order some 112 stockings from eBay, and then I'm not really sure about the boots either. I thought about Captain Carter at first because she has like brown boots, but then I also have like Krennic's boots, I guess, maybe. I mean, I would have to like paint them up, obviously, but the feet are really big. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do, but at some point in the future, there will be an update where I've made a complete Ashley figure. But for now, this is the head sculpt, and I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this little process, and thanks for watching.
You know, I was thinking, we work well together, don't we? Maybe someday I'll become an agent like you. What do you think? We could protect the US from any and all threats.